Andrew McCART, IFL TV, in association with
IFL got more employees than Metro.
I'm the main one. I'm the main one.
Are you the boss? I like the way you look round for Coogan.
If he's in earshot,
he's the boss apparently. He's the boss.
Fucking boss, mate. All right.
There you go. Well, you've spent like 2.5 hours in front of the boss's camera the last couple of days,
true,
so I don't know what the heck I'm going to talk about, but I'll try and keep it as much as possible about this show. But obviously, Dave Hearn, one of the biggest fights of his career, probably the biggest. He's looking sharp.
I'm really nervous for him because you can't just give him credit for training hard. Like, he's really put the effort in. Fucking so he should do as well. He's headlining the O2 on Sky and the Zone, so it's an opportunity of a lifetime. And he has put the work in, and he will give it 200% tomorrow night. I just don't know. I mean, he's favourite in the fight purely because people have been backing him because they love him, right? But on paper, what has he done in his career that tells you he can beat Lucas Brown? What win? Nick Webb, and he was losing every round.
Yeah.
But he has the ability. We've seen it in the gyms, and we know he can do it. But it's about putting them together. And the hardest thing in all this thing, it's all very well training hard, but it's like now with a new trainer, Darren Barker, it's about performing in the moment. And I think that's one of the hardest things about boxing is you put this timing in the camp, and it just comes down to those 36 minutes. And if you're off, if you don't perform, and that's the key to sport, isn't it? That the excellent ones are the ones that perform at that moment in time. And Dave Allen, in my opinion, isn't going to be a world heavyweight champion, or he's not good. But this is something that can change his life.
Could he face the world heavyweight champion?
Possibly. I mean, look, he'd have to have 3 wins from here to even be thought about to fight for a world heavyweight title. And there'd have to be wins like Lucas Brown, I don't know, Chisora, Joe Parker or Povetkin, and it's a massive run to go on. So, but really, the key with Dave is the only thing that I want for Dave. 2 things. One is that he leaves the sport happy, and 2, that he's financially secure. He's bought houses now off the back of his career. He can buy streets in Doncaster if he wins tomorrow night, because he will land himself, because of his profile, because of his likability, a major fight at heavyweight. So I really want him to win. I'm nervous for him. I don't know what kind of fight it's going to be. People saying, sell this fight for us. I'm like, I'll be honest with you, I think it's going to be a great heavyweight fight. It might be a barroom brawl, sloppy, messy. I just don't know. But there'll be drama, I promise you that. And I hope he does it.
Well, you mentioned Chisora there being a potential opponent for Allen to get to that for facing the world champion. All going well Saturday night with Chisora and Allen. Is that an organic fight to make next?
I mean, Chisora, like Chisora's here, right? He's like the gatekeeper to the world titles. He's looking at those guys, and the guys underneath are looking at Chisora to get. So he's the gatekeeper. So Price, Allen, even Brown. Brown signed with us to fight Allen and Price. That's what he wants to do. So. And then Chisora's now come into the mix. So Chisora's got his hands full tomorrow night. Chisora is in a war at the O2 tomorrow night. Trust me. This Senad Gashi's had 8 weeks. He's bang up for this. It's his birthday
he looks
tomorrow
big
night.
As well, yeah.
And he's light. He's obviously huge. But Chisora's come in heavy for this fight, which is quite surprising. So it's interesting, and it's going to be a tough fight.
See, when you look at the landscape of the heavyweight division, you've obviously got the 3 guys at the top. You've got the Fury, Wilder, and Joshua. Would you say Dillian White's hovering there, and then you've got the rest of them? Is Dillian White on his way?
I really class 5 heavyweights right now, and I know Usyk hasn't boxed at heavyweight, but you've got to presume he's going to be pretty special. So you've got Joshua, Fury, Wilder, White, and Usyk. I think they're the 5 guys. Then you've got Povetkin, Parker, Ortiz, Hunter, Char, Kayabel, Ruiz. Like, you've got all these guys that. But they've got to start fighting each other.
Nowadays,
it's really good.
Yeah,
it's great. And that's why I think when you talk about people like Klitschko, like he's probably looking at it now going, I wish it was like this when I was fighting. So tomorrow's going to be exciting. 2 big heavyweight fights. And the winners are going to be in big heavyweight fights for a lot of money. So it's very important for them.
How serious was David Haye'S offer about Chisora fighting?
He's been on me non-stop.
Really?
I mean, he says, if Derek looks good, he'll fight Joshua. I don't think, I love Chisora, and I rate, and if he wins tomorrow night and wins well, he should be calling out big fights. But Joshua against Chisora at Madison Square Garden is a bit of a weird one.
Does it have to be an American?
I think from Madison Square Garden and from the Zone's point of view, I think they would rather an American. And from Sky's point of view, they'd probably rather a Brit.
Well, there you go.
I do think
that gives you a headache then.
Yeah, but You know, we're going to have a list together with AJ tomorrow or Sunday of all the fighters who want it and all the details. He'll decide with Rob, and then we'll make an announcement middle of next week.
Well, you mentioned a cruiserweight stepping up to heavyweight in Usyk. You've just signed another cruiserweight stepping up to heavyweight in Gassiev.
Yeah.
What's his potential? What's his potential in the heavyweight game?
Just great. I mean, look, these smaller guys coming up, they're up against it. I mean, you've seen Michael Hunter step up and have 2 great wins at heavyweight. Usyk's now fighting Takam, which is a really, really tough fight. And then from there, you've got Gassiev's going to be stepping up. So it's not easy for these guys. The benefit they have is they move well. Now, Hunter's a tough fight for any heavyweight because he moves very, very well. And he's tricky and he's awkward. But they're going to come under heavy artillery. So Gassiev's going to be a lot of fun at heavyweight. He'll make his debut in June with us, not against Joshua.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, before I let you go, just looking at the camera and tell the fans why they should tune in tomorrow night.
Because it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of drama. It's going to be a lot of excitement. 6 o'clock we're going to be on Facebook. We've got Nikita Ababi, our US guy, so much fun. Shannon Courtenay as well. Then 7 PM, Conor Benny's back. We all know what we get with Conor Ben. Plenty of excitement. He's back from a hand injury. He's got a tough fight. Then a great fight for the British and Commonwealth lightweight titles between Joe Cordina and Andy Townend. A big fight for Joe Cordina, again coming back from injury. And Josh Pretty Boy Kelly, I think the best prospect, one of the best prospects in world boxing right now, against Ranowski, 17-0 Pole, who's come here determined to win. Then the 2 big heavyweight fights. Chisora against Gashi is going to be an absolute war. And Dave Allen headlining the O2 against Lucas Brown. It's going to be a great crowd, great atmosphere. Don't miss it.
Who do you prefer interviewing you, Coogan or me? He's not
you,
here, is he?
because we're shorter.
Exactly,
Yeah,
there you
exactly.
go. Thank you for this,
Cheers,
TV,
mate.
Eddie. Thank you.
Okay.
Eddie, the boss had a go at me because I forgot to ask one question. Was Amir Khan, we can walk and talk.
Go on.
We can walk and talk because I know you're busy.
Go on.
Amir Khan, Crawford, I forgot to ask that question. The boss had a go at me, so
Yeah,
I'll get your thoughts on that fight.
It's a tough fight. Obviously, we're behind Amir Khan. He's just got to use his speed and his discipline. Try and listen to Virgil and not get involved. Crawford's a great fighter. It's going to be tough, but we hope he does the business.
Do you think he can do it? Do you think he can do it?
Yeah, he's up again. I mean, we had Kroller Lomachenko last week, and it's like you're fighting a pound for pound top guy. So fingers crossed.
One last one. Crawford, your number 1 at the pound for pound, or Lomachenko?
No. Crawford's in the top 5. Good fighter.
Good stuff. Well,